الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد النور المبين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين ورضي الله عن أزواجه وذرياته وأحبابه وأصحابه والتابعين وعنا معهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Many themes were recited from Surah Al-Jumu'ah on and on. Like, before, maybe I should just say a couple of things about yesterday. We bought an expensive sound system back a few years back. That makes it a bit complex. So we have to always bring a sound guy to fix it. Every time this guy comes, he charges us $300. So he came a few times, he came, fixed it, and then some of our people, Allah bless them, and I know they mean that with all their good heart. May Allah reward them. They go in and they play with all these buttons. Then we have to call the guy again. Then they also do the same thing. So it becomes a bad game. We all lose because you all don't want me to give your donation money to the sound guy all the time. So that's not good. That's why. So please, if you feel there's a problem with the sound, tell one of the people, be patient. Just be patient with us. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. We'll make mistakes, but we will try to correct them. It's better than bringing the sound guy all the time, $300, and then he goes, and then someone else goes and messes with these equalizer keys that I don't even know what they are for. To me, it was one thing, just make the volume up, down, khalas, make it easy. That's one thing. The other thing, so Allah bless you, I know people meant it with good, and I also mean to tell you with good. So, I mean, with all the love, it's you. And the other thing also, look, when you all know, those of you who have businesses, you know, and they consider this also a non-profit business. When someone pulls the fire thing, the first time is $250, the second time is $500. All of you who have businesses know that. So yesterday, it's just a pull of $500. So I like for the family whose child did that, if you don't mind, don't let everybody pay for it, you pay for it this time. It's just fair. The reason for that is I want everybody to bring their children, and they need to play and have fun and everything. If there is rain outside, maybe they can play there. But we have to be just a little careful about causing harm. $500 for nothing, for just a little thing, like you pull it like this. I don't want to be given, because we have to pay it. It's going to be donation money. So if they give it, I'd appreciate it. And we all are together in this. There's no me versus you or anybody. It's all together. That's why I said what I said yesterday. Allah bless you all and reward you and forgive all of us and grant us all the blessings in this dunya and the akhirah. Also, because I understand some people like low voice, low volume. Some people like high volume. So, you know, all these things come to me and we try to do middle. Those who like low, those who like high. But then it also bothers the reciters because they need to have consistency. You know, just bear with us. Have some patience, and and forgive us, and will also bear with you and have patience. Well, that's how life goes. But the 500, yeah, if they can come up with it. Thank you so much. Allah bless you. Because otherwise, look, I'm going to say some names that you all have to go collect from them. So I'm not going to disclose the names, I know. But look, it would be nice, it's your mistake, hey, step up for it. Allah reward you and give you rizq. And by this way, we'll talk about rizq kareem. Allah says one of the ayahs that were recited. وَإِذَا رَأَوْا تِجَارَةً أَوْ لَهْوًا انْفَضُّوا. If they see, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if they see a business going on or other things, they leave you and they go attend to it. And then Allah says, don't they know, which means, مَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ مِنَ اللَّهُ وَمِنَ التِّجَارَةِ. What Allah has bring them is better than the lahu, the nonsense, and the business also as well. Then Allah says something, وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. And you're saying, okay, I mean, what's the problem with me attending to business? And what is the teaching of the Prophet ﷺ has to do with Allah khairul raziqeen? I believe Allah khairul raziqeen. It seems that Allah Azza wa Jal is telling us something more with Allah khairul raziqeen. First of all, as if they are raziqeen. Yani you work for someone, an employer, he gives you rizq. But the rizq that the employer gives you is always measured. You do the work, you get rizq. You don't do the work, you don't deserve the rizq. Let's put it this way. Right? I mean, just being fair. Right? I can't be paying you if you're not doing the job. Versus Allah khayrul raziqeen. Allah pays you whether you do your job or do harm even. كُلًّا نُمِدْ هَؤُلَاءِ وَهَؤُلَاءِ مِنْ عَطَاءِ رَبِّكَ وَمَا كَانَ عَطَاءُ رَبِّكَ مَحْظُورًا. Allah says, we shall grant everyone from our rizq. Those who do good and those who do wrong. For our giving is never restricted. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. So first, Allahu khayrul raziqeen. He doesn't give you based on what you do, like the human beings do. He gives you based on His generosity and lordship and godhood. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number two, when Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Wallahu khayrul raziqeen, maybe this is a call for all of us. Everybody wants to have more rizq. I always say, instead of saying more, say blessed rizq. You want to say more blessed khair, but blessed is much more important. Mubarak is much more important than more. More Qarun had. That's why the ulama, they disagree. They say, what is rizq? Is it what you possess, what you have, or is it what you use out of what you have? Right? Means you could have $1 million, but you're still eating $10 worth of food a day, and you're spending another 10 on your commute, and a few $100s a month here and there. This is your rizq, no matter what you have. What you have is not your rizq. That's your children's rizq. Or not even your children, somebody else's rizq. Uncle Sam, their tax. No, don't they have that tax, right? I think so. I think we have that tax. RS will take some of that. That's their rizq. You're collecting for them. No, something else. But it's not really yours, even though you have it, technically. But since you are not using it, then it's not yours. Will you be asked about it? Yeah, you will. So it's a liability then, more than anything else. And that if you don't use it. Now if you use it, good, you'll be asked, how did you use it? Where did you use it? And therefore, like I said, even the food sometimes that you eat might not be yours. The things that you bought and was stolen. No, you bought a nice Tumi bag and the airline lost it. What are you going to do now? Right? It happened to me a few times. There wasn't a Tumi one. Tumi one they did not lose it. I carry it with me. I make sure I have it. Right? Now they lost the bag. It wasn't meant to be your rizq. Somebody else, whoever found it, haram, halal, he's going to have to ask, to be asked for. But it's not yours. Even if you eat something and then you throw it up and then the animals eat it where you threw up, whatever it is, it's not meant to be your food. You were just meant to digest it for the ants. It's not your rizq. So therefore, rizq is that which you use, and that's why use your rizq. When you can. Use it. Use it. You will be asked anyway. Question, you will be. Use it. لكن والله خير الرازقين. يعني Allah is the best one who gives you rizq. Whoever gives you rizq, even when the creation give rizq to other, there's a favor. يمنون عليك. يعني they give you, hey, I gave you a job, I do this. Pharaoh told Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, لبثت فينا وليدا. Didn't you stay with us in the palace? We fed you when you were little, and you stayed with us, Sinin, some years we spent on you. What happened now? You forgot all about this? See, the human being has a tendency of what? Hey, I did you the favor. I did you this. Wallahu khayrul raziqeen. Allah gives you whether you're worthy or you're unworthy without humiliating you. In fact, He dignifies you when He gives you. He says, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We have honored the children of Adam. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. أَعْطَى كُلَّ شَيْءٍ ثُمَّ هَدَى. Allah gave everyone everything they need. وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الرَّازِقِينَ. Maybe not because of these things, because in return of you doing good, He will give you Jannah. What rizq is better than Jannah? All your rizq together will not amount to anything in Jannah. فِيهَا مَا لَا عَيْنٌ رَأَتْ. In it, an eye has not seen, an ear has not heard, and never occurred to the mind of a human being. Allahu khayrul raziqeen. Just by that. Nah, maybe Wallahu khayrul raziqeen. He gave you as a believer the rizq of loving Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Hada rizq. Love is rizq. Loving Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, hubbu Sayyidina Mawlana Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that's a rizq. Now didn't the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam say about Sayyidah Khadija, our mother, in the Sahih Hadith, Inni ruziqtu hubbaha, I was given the rizq of her love, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is telling you what? That love is a form of rizq. And as a mu'min, Allah gave you a favor, the rizq, the best among the best rizq He gave you is the rizq of loving Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's why you have Ramadan. Well, that's why you have the Quran. The Quran was revealed on you or revealed unto Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. نزله عليه على قلبك. The Quran was revealed unto your heart, Ya Rasulullah. It was revealed unto his heart, and then he what? He passed it on to us, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So that's a rizq of him, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, saying, Ummati, Ummati, my ummah, He's praying for you. Isn't that a form of rizq for you that you did not even earn? A rizq, for example, Allah Azza wa Jal shows you that His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam honored the space and the time. The time and space did not honor Him. Both time and space are Allah's creation. One Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah's creation. Look, that's why a Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not born on Jumu'ah, an honored day. Was not born fil Muharram, honored month, sacred month. Was born in Rabi'ul Awwal on a day of Monday. So that as if Allah Azza wa Jalla is showing you, He is the one who honors the time and the space. The time and space don't honor Him. That's why He did not stay in Mecca as well. He went to Madina, unknown place. Nobody, Yathrib, it was called Yathrib, right? It was not called Madina. And Yathrib was a center for disease. You go to Yathrib, you die. Not you die, you get sick. Sayyidina Abdullah, the father of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he went to Madina, Bani Najjar. There was a fever used to be called Humma Yathrib, the fever of Medina. You go to Medina, you fall sick. Abdullah radiallahu anhu died, and he's buried today, and today is within the prophetic masjid actually. Look how Allah Azza wa Jal put the father close to the son. Where Abdullah is there. Anyway. طيب. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم moves to Al-Madinah. Madina becomes a center for disease control, not the regular CDC. This is a serious, super duper CDC, right? No vaccination is needed, it's automatic. Spiritual vax, right? To tell you what, the place is honored. Rasulullah made Madina, and it became Munawwara because of him, alayhi wa alayhi salatu wasalam. A lot of people, they say Al-Madina Nabawiyya, it is Al-Madina Nabawiyya. But it is Al-Madina Munawwara, li hadith Anas fi Sahih fi Musnad Ahmad. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered Medina, everything was illuminated from Medina. It only became Munawwara, illuminated because of him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Before that, it was not illuminated. To show you that Wallahu khayrul raziqeen, the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to you, the month of Ramadan that was given to him, where the Quran was revealed unto him, that he passed on to you sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his dua unto you sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the barakah that he gave his ummah, the ummah being the khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas, the Quran being the muhaymin, the book that is protected. All these things were given to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and from him it was given unto all of us. So Wallahu khayrul raziqeen, Allah Azza wa Jal is the best of raziqeen. He gave you the love of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why Allah said for the Quran, لَقَدْ مَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah did the believers a great favor. إِذْ بَعَثَ فِيهِمْ رَسُولًا مِنْهُمْ, that he sent them a messenger from themselves. صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم والحمد لله.